Hey, what's going up, guys? Finally got into a match. Finally figured out what was wrong. I just had to close my app. I just kept trying to figure out what was wrong, and I just gave up, sort of. And I went ahead and I also, if you're wondering what took me so long, because you see, I don't know, people that know, they'll know, but I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people that know. I tried to do a stream before this, and every time I kept trying to click on stuff, it just said error. And so I just tried to figure out what that error was, and I just closed my app. I also played a match just to sort of get a feel for the latency and quality and stuff like that, just to, because I get it, the winds are picking up out here pretty bad, and that could interfere with like the Wi-Fi or whatever, but you know, apart from that, no big deal.
Charlie secure. We have taken the lead. We're losing Bravo. Domination. Giga 1,
So
control the objectives.
says my latency is fine,
Securing Bravo.
but I don't know, I'm feeling kind of weird. Alright.
Securing Alpha. 2 objectives secure.
What?
We're taking Alpha.
Some odd reason we had it flipped over to semi-auto? There's something wrong with my latency. Played okay last game.
I'm reloading. Fast hands online.
I did see that it got clicked over, but I don't remember pressing left on D-pad.
We're losing Bravo.
Now, I did not drive much at all while I had my learner's permit. So a lot of people may or may not know. It's something we'll talk about. And my tip to new drivers. Listen, man, just be aware whenever you're in the car. Don't get comfortable. Get comfortable, obviously, in the sense like you know, you're aware of everything in your car. You know what I mean? You're aware of what road you're on. You kind of just know, you know, what's going on, and you know, be as comfortable as you can in your car. You know, find a good sitting posture and all that stuff.
The enemy took Charlie.
Because sitting in an uncomfortable position will make your driving experience A, annoying if it's that uncomfortable, and B, if you feel uncomfortable in your car,
Enemy's taking Bravo.
you know, you'll mess up, or you might try to adjust it while driving. Always, you know, try to make all your adjustments before you get in the car
Securing Charlie.
at all, and like, you know, understand the controls and all that stuff in that sense. But what I mean by comfortability, don't get
Charlie secure.
too laid back on the road, but making sure you're paying attention to the essentials. You get a lane before you consider lane changing. If you think you might consider it, look in the rear view, look in the side view mirrors, and just double check your surroundings, and then, you know, pick a blind spot, obviously signal, double check, and then do it. I know it sounds like ridiculous when you say it like that, but man, dude, like, not having as much driving experience as I needed when I had my learner's permit, I gotta tell you what, man, like, it really sucked. It's kind of scary driving on your own, man. Because, you know, if you don't really know what you're doing, you know, you don't really know what you're doing. And even though you might read that book and you might, you know, double check things, there are still laws that you might forget. So the big ones, and this is my recommendation for people that are just getting into driving like me. You know, 3 things. Don't think you know everything. When you think you know everything and refuse to want to learn new things, you're limiting yourself. I mean, don't drive like a pussy. Don't drive like an idiot. You know, like go the speed limit. You know, if not, you know, 5 above the speed limit. And if you're gonna go into the left lane, make sure you're going above the speed limit. Because it is illegal to go this speed limit in the left lane on highways. So that's the big thing. You will frustrate a lot of people. And like when me and my friend drove to Cincinnati, I know it sounds kind of lame. You're like, why are you choosing a Modern Warfare video to talk about driving? Well, I mean, it's kind of sort of, you know, important to me. But when I drove to Cincinnati like a few days ago on the highway, I needed to get off at this exit. But there was this guy in the middle lane, but we were in the left lane because there were semi-trucks and we had to pass them. And because of the congestion in the left lane, because of left lane hogs, we got stuck in the left lane. All I meant to do was intend on passing. So I let the semis pass, try to merge over into the middle lane. But this guy, because my exit was on the right, and I thought I had enough time to make the move, and I did. But this guy didn't know what speed he wanted to go, if he wanted to go fast or slow. So he made it very difficult to choose, you know, what to do. And basically because he like went too slow, and then when I tried to pass, he started like speeding up. He made it very difficult, like, you know, like he was driving like it was some sort of NASCAR track, and he didn't want to lose his little spot. It's like, I'll let you pass, but you just took too damn long, and you know, everything is moving all at once. You're always moving. There's never a time where you're not moving unless it's a stop sign or a stoplight or something. Or unless there's you see brake. So everything's always kind of constant, like moving. Even if it's not at fast speed, it's still moving. So, to some degree, if you're gonna turn, you gotta stay consistent with the flow of traffic. If you turn too slow, you know, or if you turn too fast, you might lose control of the car, all that nonsense. So, I don't know, man. So, I missed my exit. We ended up in the next state over. Which, from Cincinnati to Kentucky, it brought us into Kentucky. Obviously, we found a quick route. We got away, but city driving, let me tell you something. For an inexperienced driver such as myself, city driving was kind of scary, especially because it was at night. So your senses will already like be kind of out of there. But if you're not fully like comfortable like driving at night yet, you know, I think that's a big thing.
Watch your fire! We're losing Bravo. We control Charlie. That could have been bad. Friendly UAV online. Hostile VSO incoming. Enemies taking Bravo.
Especially if people are driving with their high beams on at night, and you're not really supposed to unless it's like really foggy. In which case, you know, yeah, you should use your high beams.
We secured 2 objectives.
But like when you're going down like very narrow, shitty roads that are bumpy and narrow, my car is low to the ground and it's fast. So I hate bumps. So my thing is I want to make sure the road ahead of me is not going to fuck up my low profile tires. At the same time, I also don't want to, you know, drive really slow and, you know, fuck up the traffic. But the reality is shit slows down around here. Never once is there like congested traffic at night, especially in the little town that I'm in and all that stuff like that, the little towns nearby. It's usually pretty decent. It's only really crazy around like the city areas. Even in the city of like Dayton, it's not that bad. You know, and I don't know, man. Like driving it is an experience. Like if you really like try to pay attention to things from like the passenger point of view, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. But yeah, definitely like watch videos about it. Look up tips and tricks driving at night and driving in the city. Try to take those tips seriously, and those are my tips, man. I know that's not the most useful, but there does come a certain point and degree where you just have to accept two things. The first thing is there will always be idiots. If it's not you, you know what I mean, then it's not normal. Hey, it's great. But the other thing is they're just idiots. People do things for like no apparent reason, and you really can't control them, and you don't know why people do the things they do. Like, sometimes people pass me, and I'm going, you know, 5 above the speed limit, and people pass me and go like 6 below the speed limit, and I'm just like, are you serious? Like, what was the point to that? And you gotta consider, okay, well, maybe there are 2 people behind you and they're going slower than you and they just need to get through there to get to their exit. But if they wanted to, if you're in the right lane, just stick into the right lane. You don't need to get there in a super hurry. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there also comes a point where there are some people that think going like 2 below the speed limit is safer or something. It actually is not. It actually congests traffic. I hate congestion. I hate daily commute. You know, daily like, oh well, this is just part of the day. This is just part of the process. People just go slow. You have to deal with it. Like, that's something none of us should really have to deal with. And you know, I feel like, you know, the type of people that are kind of like me, right? Who just, I want to mind my own business. I don't want to drive like an asshole. There's a difference. You can drive like a pussy, or you can drive like an asshole, or you can drive like an idiot. In which case, you can also be the type of person that does all 3 things and wonders why their insurance is so high, why they have dents in their car, and all this other shit. But at the same time, you know what I mean? I'm not the world's greatest driver. You know, I'm new to this. This is something that, you know, I'm not gonna like brag and say like, oh, I'm a super great driver. No. Like, I am relatively new. I've only had my license since the weekend, and this is like Tuesday, so I've only had my license legally for 4 days. So I'm still relatively new. Made a pretty big fuck up today. Now, I don't know if I got away with it or not. The camera caught it. Where's to God it didn't. It doesn't seem like it did, because I actually, let's just face it, I basically ran a red light. I mean, you know, it was yellow, you know, but, and I tried to stop in time, and it's like I've already committed. So I had to, you know, I was over the stop line. I'm like, you know, I just gotta go. There's no reversing. I've already committed. But then again, it was earlier. It was late at night. You know, and there wasn't many cars, so I really, to be honest, really wasn't paying attention. And that's why I'm trying to like come out to you guys, and tell you guys like seriously pay attention before you make a dumb decision like that and have to pay some fine and have your shit taken off of your like shit, man. Like, that's bad. That's really bad. And I know for sure I'll never make that mistake. I mean, people make mistakes. That's just the reality. You can tell that to the courts. You know what I mean? You feel me? You catch my drift. Like, you can tell that to the courts. Dude, they're not gonna, like, okay, well, if we let you get slide just this once, I am a new driver, and by the way, I guess you could use the technical argument, because I'm not used to driving at night, because, to be honest with you guys, I've only driven at night twice. I haven't driven at night with my permit, because actually it's illegal to do so, which I think is stupid. Because driving at night is a very different thing, and you're gonna have those people like, no, it's not, it's really not that bad. Well, here's the reality, man. at night,
Hostile UAV active.
shit appears differently. When your headlights illuminate on something, it makes it look either closer or further away than what it actually is. It's weird. Especially in your mirrors, like when you see someone's headlights and you don't really see the true following distance behind you. To judge that based on how close your headlights are, or vice versa. I mean, it just makes it really weird. Not to mention it was kind of sort of raining a little bit, so my windshield just was sort of blurry, and I was fiddling around with like the window washer thing. I clicked it to activate it, but then I had looked up and I'd already, whatever. But I hope to God that I got away with it. That's the last thing I do right now, because I know I'll never do it again. It's fucking retarded. So I'm gonna take a break and try driving at night a lot more by myself, just sort of getting a feel for things, planned routes, preparing myself, because I can always be right. Problem is, training yourself costs money, because for gas, so there's that. But I think I'm taking this mistake like an adult. I'm prepared to, if I'm prepared to receive something in the mail if something did happen. But I did the cheesy criminal thing. Not criminal thing, but I did the cheesy fucking asshole thing, and I became really paranoid. So what I did was, so what I ended up doing was, I went on Google Maps, and I know exactly, I know this route like the back of my hand. I know the road. It's right by my house. It's literally like the main road next to my house. And so, I'm already familiar with it. I didn't see any like flash or anything crazy like that. Usually that's an indication that they took a picture of your car when you see like a quick little flash. There wasn't anything like that to my knowledge, or that I remembered. And I remember when it happened exactly, when I decided to, when I was already there. I remember it. I didn't see anything then, and I didn't see anything as I was passing. Then again, they could have an anti-flash mechanism nowadays, but then again, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, no, I definitely hope that I'm able to, it sounds so cheesy when I say it, but get away with it. And if I can't, I'll just pay the ticket and be done with it. I don't want to deal with it right now.
We are taking Charlie. Domination.
With your
We have the lead. Secure Bravo. We are losing Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie.
I mean, I'm gonna say this too. There have been times, twice now,
Enemy took Bravo.
and I'm not bragging, but I do have really good driver's
We are
reflex.
losing Charlie.
And I mean really good reflexes and just like in the moment quick decision making. Split second decision making is what I call it. I'm really good at it. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn. I mean, I almost ran into a brick wall. I'm going to Cincinnati because I got cut off or whatever, and I decided, you know, hey, we gotta turn back anyway, so that's fine, you know. But I made sure not to go too fast or whatever. But this person was speeding and cut me off. And I almost rear-ended them because they cut me off, and you know, if you rear-end somebody, it's always your fault. So I made sure to like light brake it a little bit, give them space because you know, they're being an idiot. But I'm not going to pay for someone else's retarded mistake. In which case, that's what I would use in court. I would say that I wouldn't care if I won the case or not, but you know, I would say, you know, like why? Yeah, I'm being penalized for someone else's mistake. So I decided to do this. But anyway, that was one instance. The other instance was when we were going down, like this like little spirally ramp thing or whatever, on the exit that goes down. It was going downward, but it was a really sharp like spiral, and I mean sharp because there's also brick walls. It's 1 lane wide, and we're going like really fast. It's not intentional, it's because it's a downward angle, and because, you know, we were going the speed limit, and it quickly drastically drops to, goes from 30 to 15, and I just not have enough time to stop. And now we're going downhill, so I'm coasting through this entire thing, and then my lights see right dead ahead of us there's like that brick wall, so I hard braked, and then to give me enough time and space while also at the same time steering, and it literally slipped us through. It gave us that much enough time and space and slowed us down enough to coast through the rest of it. So we were able to do that, and it was scary as shit. And of course, apart from that, today, today I really hate people that park on the side of the road, because I was just going through my neighborhood, right? And, you know, I'm just looking around, and, you know, just checking the surroundings to make sure there's nobody walking, because I thought I saw someone walking. And I had looked back on the road, and bada bing, there's this big ass truck that's really wide, and it's taking up a huge portion of my space. Like, and it's parked like almost an entire 2 feet away from the curb. 2 feet. There are 12 inches in a foot. So if you can envision the size of your controller, now imagine adding half of a controller. I don't know, man, just take 2 inches, right? Now imagine or not 2 inches, take 12 inches, now multiply that by 2. Think about how much space that is. That's how far away they were, away from, like, not away from the curb, but sticking out. Like, because they had this really, this big truck, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because of its, like, super wide tires, it's double wide tires, and lift kit and all this nonsense, it took way more space than what it needed to. And it made it really difficult. And I didn't see it until I was only 15 feet away from it, you know, going right into it almost. So I had to, what I did was I braked, hit reverse, went back, then quickly swapped back into drive, and zipped past it, thank God. But had I kept going and not been paying attention like an idiot, I could have actually, you know, hit that thing in the back. And I was getting really close to it. But man, dude, like, you know, I don't know, man, that sucks ass. Like, I hate vehicles that are parked on the side, because it makes it really fucking difficult. Especially, you know, like this truck. I mean, it was all black. It was matte black and spray painted, so there was like, there wasn't that much like reflection coming off of it either. And then again, though, the problem was, oh, well, what were you doing? What were you looking at? You know, why couldn't you see the truck in front of you? Well, The thing is, I actually did not turn on my. I actually had my just on lights. I did not have my headlights like turned on low beams. You know, which is what you're supposed to when you're going like just driving. Obviously, you know, so I'm fiddling around with the thing to turn them on, and I had looked up and then boom, it was there. But then again, I was also trying to, you know, look around because I thought I saw someone moving.
Objective Bravo is compromised. Hostile UAV active. Hostile UAV overhead.
Which sure, there could have been, so, you know, but regardless, I didn't get hurt there. I didn't hurt anyone's vehicle. I didn't do anything dumb. Thank God. But no, man, driving is pretty scary, man. Driving really sucks.
The enemy has captured 2 objectives. Move to secure. Enemy is securing Charlie. The enemy has captured all objectives. Take hostile UAV in this sector. Securing objective Alpha. Hostile VTOL in this sector. Secure. Securing objective Bravo. We are taking Charlie.
I'd say the other thing is,
He is taking Alpha.
you know, another tip, I guess, when it comes down to driving.
Bravo secure.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I scared the shit out of myself. I'm like, I have a nice car, man. This is the only nice thing I've ever had. So I'm not gonna fuck it up. I'm like a very careful driver. But then again, there comes like a panic. You know, careful panic. You know, it's because you're so careful that the slightest indifference, just, you know, whatever. But when something drastic happens, that panic takes over your mind. And you gotta just be cool 100%. You can't panic like that. But then, that's when real mistakes happen. Is when you panic.
Requesting recon flyover.
We are losing Charlie. We control all objectives. Enemy is taking Bravo.
But that's enough about driving. Oh, my other tip, besides the panic nonsense, if you ever got to get pulled over with the police, be cooperative. Okay, we all have our reasons to get pulled over. Sometimes it's because we're in a place we're not really supposed to be. Like, for instance, this happened. Me and my friend, we parked in this park. I know, just hear me out. We parked in the parking space. We weren't really parked, we still had it, like, the engine running and everything. It wasn't fully shut off. But we just needed a place to stop and readjust for maps. We were in an unfamiliar area. And the police pulled in. And it's like, you know, you have your ID, you know, okay, so what are you out? What are you doing at this place at this time of night? And we were just honest. We said, look, we're not really familiar with the area. We're trying to figure out how to get back home. Home is not, I wouldn't say too far away from here, but we've never been on this road before, and Google Maps has taken us to an unfamiliar, like, spot. Where were you trying to go from point A to point B? And we were honest, we went to a strip club, some place pretty unfamiliar to us, and the way it was taking us back was incorrect. We had figured that out about halfway through. It's like when he punched in the address, it wasn't taking us back to the actual address, it was taking us somewhere else, which was so weird. We were really honest about it, and you know, he looked at the thing and he's like, okay. And you know, he knew that we weren't really going to stick around. We just needed a place to go, to sit and stop, and it could have been anywhere, but you know, we picked that place because, well, you know, I mean, it was right there by the time we figured out what was going on. So the thing more out of convenience than trying to, like, do something dumb.
Objective Alpha secure. Enemy is securing Charlie. Hostile UAV in the sector. Securing objective Bravo. We have lost Charlie. UAV is taking Alpha. Mission compromised. We have defeated.
Regardless, though, I feel like in general, though, my driving skills have greatly improved. And again, with cops, like when you see these videos and all this crazy shit, as long as you're not doing anything legally questionable, and I mean, say you are, and don't take this as like me telling you like it's okay to do bad things as long as you don't get caught. Don't. If you happen to be doing something stupid, I mean, you're bound to be doing something stupid. I mean, most people are, especially at this like younger age.
All Jaeger, destroy the enemy.
You know, just be cooperative and be smart. Like, don't. Here's the thing: if you're cooperative,
Secure the lead.
make up some, and you're really good at making up some bullshit on the fly and are able to stick with it, you might be able to get off the hook. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. You know, when you like get really weird, you lock up, you start stuttering, you start mumbling, you start like being inconsistent with what you're saying with your story. The second you change something, because what they'll do, what police will do, is they'll ask you to repeat your story numerous times. Or you'll have multiple officers ask you, or not multiple, but they'll, if you're really into it and it's gone really bad, and you've been taken to the station, they'll have people asking you. What they want to do, or what they'll do, is have a detective, a cop, someone else ask you a question, and what you'll do is, you know, like, if the story stays consistent, but there's more details being added, like, here's the thing, just give them as much details about it as you can, because the more details that are there, the more it seems, like, real, and or if it is real, then it's real. But the thing is, they're looking for your details and your story to change or shift in some random direction somewhere. I'm looking for it to get off topic. That's what they're really looking for, because then they're like, yeah, no, this guy's maybe not telling the truth.
Enemy UAV
And
active.
so, you know, it makes you look more suspicious. So, if you get panicked by police, you know, if you get panicked,
UAV incoming.
you don't know it yet if you've never had any interactions with cops, like ever. You've never been pulled over, or you've never had cops over. For one, that's good, because that could be very traumatic for people, depending on what it is. And I think that it's also, we have the media bullying as well. There's a lot of videos circulating around on the internet about police brutality, so when we see police, sometimes we don't always see them for the heroes that they are. Sometimes we see them as some brutal tyrants, which is unfair and unjust, I think.
UAV on station.
To realize these cops are also just people. They have fears that greatly extend to their job. Like, you know, a dark alley at night, you know, someone gets shot or murdered in that alley. and that cop has to be the person to have to see such horrible things. And you know, people get murdered every day, man. You know, people go missing every day, and these police have to be there to make sure that doesn't happen on a regular basis. But they also have to be there for other duties. Again, traffic stops. They got to make sure people are obeying the law, because the law is very important. And yeah, whilst most of the law is kind of annoying, they have to be there making sure that everything is going according to law. Because without laws and without things, we wouldn't be. With the difference between man and animal is man has values, laws, and common sense. Animals don't. Although that last part, I don't really know if people today really have that much more common sense than animals anymore. But animals, for the most part, don't have the kind of common sense we have. But yeah, to respect the laws, and laws create respect, and if you respect those laws, then you don't get fucked. Then again, like I said, things are complicated because it's the world. People make mistakes, accidents do happen, some things are just out of our control, and sometimes, like say, like, for instance, with that whole traffic thing, if I wanted to, I could say that my brakes did not engage properly for me. You know, and obviously that would be lying, but say for instance, say if someone has really shitty brakes, and they don't have the budget to get new brakes, and or say their brake line actually got cut by somebody, and now their brakes don't work. So they run that red light, and they're like, what? You know, can you provide proof that you're, you know, whatever? And, you know, despite that, you know, whatever. But, they develop the common sense of, oh, well, if you ran this red light, how come we didn't run the other red lights? Well, what did he do? You can't hit the brake. What, did he just coast into there at really low speeds and then go into park? Well, like, I mean, once something like that does happen, and if that ever does happen, your brake pads, your brakes fail to engage, best just let it happen. Go through the red light, try to coast into a place at a low speed, and try to find a safe place to park and engage it into park. Do the emergency brakes and all that stuff. Get it stopped, call like a mechanic, call the police department and say, like, hey, my brake line's cut, I don't know by who. Because if it was cut by a person, because it could just be the brake line just got really old and, you know, you just sucked to maintain your car, or you bought a used car where the previous owner sucked to properly maintain it, or you just didn't know. And say if that were the case, then that's nobody's real fault. But, you know, if somebody is trying to do that to you, you should definitely report that to the police.
Friendly UAV on station. Enemy UAV overhead.
But yeah, no, I don't really know much about those kind of situations. Hope to God it doesn't happen to me, or my brake line gets cut. That's very scary thought.
I need medical.
Hostile UAV in the area.
shots into that person for them just to walk away from that.
Mission failed. Return to base.
Let me sit up in my seat.
Bounty. Target the enemy HVT. New HVTs marked.
On your
The
six.
lead is ours.
So I guess it's the ACR.
The enemy has the lead.
Why does it keep switching my damn guns to semi-auto?
We've taken the lead.
Changing mag.
I gotta see this nonsense. What kind of COD God bullshit hacker nonsense? That shot is 1 in a million and it had to be on me.
I'm with you. Effective fire.
We're gonna go hop into Warzone real quick anyway. I don't really want to play that. I've been more digging Warzone, honestly. That's just Modern Warfare. Warzone. Solos. Reinsurgence solos. Let's try this out. See what this is all about. It'd be really cool if in Warzone they start adding a bunch of perks just sitting around and you pick them up. They look like tablets. Like, you remember back in Modern Warfare 20, like Modern Warfare Remastered? How your perks like look like little tablets. If they did that like in this, where they had like little tablets laying around that had the logo of whatever perk you got. Deploy with this.
Enough training. Now we face the enemy for real.
Training. They should have that go on for another like 12 seconds. I'm just saying, that's just not enough training time, honestly. They should do a tutorial too where it just shows you how to do basic stuff.
5 seconds.
Yeah, no, they should totally do a tutorial. I think that would be really slick to see how COD does it.
Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the
Okay.
countdown.
Drop.
Copy. Let's get that contract.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies. You've been designated a most wanted target. Expect contact.
Throwing star.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Galactic cluster mine.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy
Target
UAV
area marked.
active.
You're cleared hot.
Enemy precision airstrike. Fight cover. Enemy counter UAV is active. No hit. Go again.
What a bitch.
Move to resecure it. Most wanted contract failed. Your squad mate was KIA.
Squad mate, it was me.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Bitch, suck my dick.
Gas is moving. Tag secure. Get back to work. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemies deployed a counter UAV. Enemy UAV overhead. UAV active. Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Shit, bad guys!
Cover your dog tag to restore your honor.
Bitch.
We're detecting vulnerability in the enemy's network. Locate their uplink stations and secure their intel before they go offline.
Shit. This war zone works a little bit different. It's reinsurgence mode, man. It's pretty neat.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Copy that. Longbow 3-1 is on station. Strike inbound.
Gas is closing in.
Shot Smith, no joy.
Let's get to moving. I have no idea what the hell this like mode entails. I guess as long as you get to pick up your dog tags, you're fine.
Hostile UAV in the area.
The enemy locked us out of their network. You missed your chance.
Enemy UAV active. Hostile mortar strike incoming.
about to end. Make it count.
With negative
Gas is
hits,
inbound.
he's gonna think I moved.
Only 25 remain. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Let's get reloaded.
Hostile UAV in the area.
I don't think it's gonna close in on us necessarily. I think it's gonna close. I think it's gonna close right there. I don't think it's gonna get any shorter than that near me.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Alright, let's see where that gas is gonna stop.
Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game. Remained. You fought hard out there. Return to base for
That laser gave away my damn position. I'll place 250. I don't think I like Resurgence. I think I just like, you know, doing regular mode. Yeah, but I felt pretty satisfied with my damn combat. Reinsurgence Battle Royale, Warzone Private Match. Cool. We'll do solos. I hate working with duos. Get those done. Get that done and we'll get these swords. How many more days until the battle pass is over? 21 days. I want to be the best at Call of Duty. I'm just messing with you guys. I'm not gonna give you guys a damn speech about how I want to be the best at Call of Duty. Get 30 headshots with a pistol, get 150 or 125 headshots with an assault rifle. Probably get the Path of the Ronin camos quickly on a couple of weapons. That'd be pretty sick. Then again, I really don't care about the whole Japanese, like, warrior type nonsense that's going on here. Like, I get it, it's a theme and people are into that, but I'm really not all 100,000% into it. It is just what it is, in my opinion. Like, cool, it's an event, it's a style, but like, and I get it, they're doing a whole lot with it, but I'm not really super hyped for it. I want something to be themed more around, like, to be honest, if I'm able to say it, something more centerized around, it sounds kind of lame, but more around like Ghost. Like, remember how Modern Warfare 2019 Season 2 had Ghost, it had Battle Royale, it had all this other stuff going on with it? Yeah, like, something like that would be pretty cool. Because remember, there is no way to unlock Ghost.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Warm-up is over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Not enough time to really get any real practice in. Not enough time for me to get 1 or 2 kills and then get killed, respawn, maybe damage the 2 enemies and then get 1 more kill, maybe get killed again. Just not enough practice.
You got 5 seconds. Good luck down there.
Battle Royale. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
Marking contract. Moving here.
Eliminate all targets in the AO. Enemy soldier incoming.
Does anyone remember H1Z1?
strongholds located. Targets are marked under attack map.
I feel like there's tangos that are out on the outside. I don't know whether they've seen me or not. The buy station people might be running toward. There's still enough clearance space in the map, really. I think from this point it's gonna shave over here. This part's gonna shave over here, where it's gonna be El Mazrah City. It's gonna be the focus point.
Enemy UAV active.
Got laser sight. I got front grip.
Enemy UAV overhead.
No one's been through here yet. The fighting's still happening a decent ways away.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Loadout drop headed your way. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
69 people live, but not including me.
Enemy counter UAV is active.
Alright, let's booby trap this one way up here. They can't really control that. How can they? God damn.
Looks like we got another one! On the ground! This is the Gulag. In here, you fight to win back your life. Yes!
Fight for your chance to redeploy.
I might have redeployment here shortly. Less and less people are living. Gulag should be closing after 20 more kills by the time that I get back and redeploy. Around 6 more people should die.
Shit, bad guys!
You took a
We suck ass. We're gonna die. We suck ass. Let's just get deployed. Imagine picking up fast hands and all that stuff. I mean, just saying, an advantaged player with good perks and a somewhat okay weapon with pretty minimal skills would be able to compete against players with optimal skills with lesser weapons and no perks at all. It would be pretty balanced. So then again, it is by luck and by chance.
deployment. Take this time to warm up. Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy dropping into the AO. Practice is over. The real fight begins now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. 18 seconds is not enough time to Python 2.5.
5 seconds to jump!
Battle Royale. You've got gas closing in fast. Get to the safe zone. Primary objective is to eliminate all targets. Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Target spotted. Alright, he's seen me, he's seen me.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
This is Longbow 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound. Impact. No hit.
You're losing ground. Positive ID on multiple strongholds. Locations are marked on your attack map.
should be looking for a medium backpack. I got told I'm dog shit. There's plenty of ammo.
You've got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
I want to get far away from the border as possible. Yeah, see, they're calling in all these fucking things in.
Hostile airstrike near your location. Enemy UAV overhead.
Let's build up some distance. Quicker we get away, because he thinks that I'm stuck in that gas station, so he's really trying to contemplate whether he should go in that gas station or not. Try to find me, but he ain't gonna find me in there, because I ain't dumb enough to go in no damn gas station. Alright. Sounds kind of dumb to prop myself in some bush somewhere, but no one's gonna find me unless they're using thermals. No one's gonna think to look out here in the distance.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
I think if I keep low, because see that, yeah, no one's gonna notice me inside of this thing. Even that guy from earlier is probably going the complete opposite direction. He's probably trying to avoid other players coming in, or he's trying to camp it out. So he might have either died, got injured, wasted supplies, fired off rounds unneedingly. So he's probably not. Oh, hold on. Okay. So since he was back at that gas station out there, he's around there in these buildings out here. I made it to the gas station at the time. And I simply hid behind there, took this route up here, covered this rock formation here, provided me enough visual cover not to be seen by snipers, and we were quick and quiet. Let's hope we don't get spotted. So we are out in the middle of the open. Zero fix on my location. No need to give myself up. Let me take a peeky back there.
Gulag gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Supply crates are restocked. Time to load up now.
We're gonna keep it low because we just took out 2 people.
Gas is closing in.
We're building up more distance between us and that damn gas. I don't think there's any more people coming from that direction, I wouldn't imagine. I think it's all, they're already either there or coming from the opposite direction. I'll just grab me a peeky. Alright, cool. It looks like we're clear up ahead. Let me reload. A sniper's path to life. Guys, what I was doing back there, that was real sniping. And I'll explain to you guys why. It was real sniping for 2 reasons. One, I knew when I saw the other sniper casually shooting, I knew that he was shooting at another target. Because if he wasn't shooting at me, you know, and it's like, well, why would you shoot that other sniper? Why would you waste your rounds? Well, for one, it wasn't exactly wasting rounds, because 2 reasons. Reason 1, that guy's a sniper. Which means if he sees my sniper glint, he knows what's up.
The Gulag is locked down. Area is clear.
I don't like
Friendly
this.
loadout drop on the way.
Enemy UAV active. Hostile UAV in the area.
You're losing ground.
Enemy UAV active.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Vehicle stopped.
Gas is inbound.
Enemy UAV active.
Ten remain. You're nearly done.
UAV overhead.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
He knows I'm down here. Fuck, that's right on top of me.
Gas is moving.
That was the
Only
end of
10
me.
remain. They hit us hard that time, so we will settle the score.
I placed 8th, man. Son of a bitch. Man, I knew if I took that guy out, because I already eliminated 3 of his plates, if I had just shot him twice, but I killed him, knocked out with that, I could have taken out maybe 2 or 3 more people, then I could have camped, wait for the rest of them to kill each other.
Shit, bad guys!
5 remain.
I never usually place below 20th place, by the way, guys, unless I do some unfortunate dog shit. But as you guys saw back there with the whole, what I was doing was real sniping up until the end, especially during that like canyon thing. Why I hid behind that bush and how I played that out was very clever, so to speak. Those kind of tactics you don't really see much in these kind of Call of Duty games. You see a lot of people running around trying to get crazy clips. Not really. People trying to play with real tactics. But then again, it's Call of Duty, so what do you expect? I'm getting kind of tired. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll stream more tomorrow. Okay. Alright, bye.